Hello, I am Anavultus, and welcome once more to another episode of Freeciv. Today we're playing Freeciv as Prussia again, and guess what? Things are going pretty well. We have determined that the troops that we are currently using are about twice as strong as the troops that the New Zealanders generally use, which is good. We are preparing for our crusade. Well, not in such a direct sense, but rather in the sense that we are building a wonder based on the crusade. Let's actually take a look at King Richard's crusade. Reduces the unhappiness caused by aggressively deployed military units owned by the city by 1. In other words, it neutralizes the unhappiness caused by a single military unit, except under democracy, where a single military unit makes 2 citizens unhappy. Under governments where unit upkeep in gold is paid in gold, it gives 2 free gold per city towards upkeep every turn. That's pretty good. Okay, we have a reliable military here. Okay, this chariot, I believe, should eventually become upgraded. But in the meantime, we are going to launch an attack that I fully expect to be victorious, and indeed it is. And now we shall return to New Plymouth. Well, would it upgrade, now that I think about it? That is a question. Let me actually take a look at the manual. What do chariots upgrade to? Chariot. Obsolete by dragoons. Okay. So I presume that it would... let's take a look at dragoons. Okay, it doesn't exactly tell me what. Okay, belongs to land unit. Okay, obsolete by cavalry. Okay, fair enough. So I presume that eventually that chariot will upgrade to a dragoon because of a wonder that I have, but I actually don't know how that works. Meanwhile, we can just keep fortified there and fortify here as well. And let's go to the next turn. Hopefully things go very well, and we will see. The Prussian have discovered democracy. Democracy allows building a Statue of Liberty, which allows you to choose any government, including those that have not yet been researched by your civilization. Holy cow, that's very powerful. And without the transition period of anarchy, it also allows unprovoked declaration of war regardless of any Senate instituted by a democracy or federation government or by the United Nations. That's actually pretty powerful, to be honest. That's pretty good. So what are we going for next? It probably told me in the text dialogue, but just to see. Conscription. Women's suffrage, which neutralizes the unhappiness caused by 1 aggressively deployed military unit per city. Under democracy, it additionally has the unhappiness caused by military units. So yeah, that's actually pretty good. That's in the same vein of King Richard's crusade. Yeah, famously, King Richard I of England went on a crusade, which is commonly known today as the Third Crusade. City walls in Elbing. We weren't using them anyway. But it's fine. You know what? It's fine. We'll just keep building stuff until that's fine. I'm actually fine with getting these things sold off. It's not a problem for me. In fact, now we've got a bank in Elbing, and What exactly increases the luxury and tax output of the city by an additional 50% with both the bank and marketplaces. Total bonus is 100%. What actually do we get? It's still -6 from the city. Oh no. Okay. Luxury and tax output. Luxury is 0. Yep. Oh well. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Dragoons, 5 turns. We need a caravan here. We need a caravan because this city is not paying for itself. And we can follow that up by getting a stock exchange. We need that money. Okay. Okay. Auckland may soon grow to size 6. That's good to hear, Auckland. I hope that Auckland and the people in it are very happy with how things are going. Looks like Portugal might be getting some intel. New Plymouth is finished building a caravan. So let's actually see how this works. First going to travel to Elbing. Or actually I'm going to travel down here and then move further. Because I want to be able to control its path for safety reasons. I am low in funds. That is correct. Auckland grows to size 6. Okay. And next turn. So what I've actually noticed now is that even though it doesn't go into the negative, the turn right before it goes into the negative, it will sell, which is interesting. I personally would prefer it to sell just when Barracks 2 in New Plymouth. Well, good thing we're having that there. I personally would prefer it to sell maybe the turn, just the turn that it goes into the negative. That makes more sense to me, but I don't know. Dijou has built a stock exchange, and what does that do? Tell me. Increases the luxury and tax output of a city by an additional 50%. If super or 100%. Okay. And we don't have any luxuries. Yep. Maybe that wasn't what we should have gone for. But anyway, I'm going to start getting some trade routes like crazy now. I'm going to put my military invasion on hold and just do that until we at least have some method of dealing with this massive income deficit that we have here, because that is definitely not advantageous to the Prussian people, and they don't deserve this. They don't deserve to have this out of control spending. So I'm thinking that it will maybe sell right next turn, even though we'll still be in the positive. Let's actually take a look at our cities. We're gonna bank eventually there. Caravan 2 turns. Stock exchange 1 turn in Marienburg. Let's. Okay. You can move farther. Yeah, I don't want you to move there. So I'm going to get you to move around this way, hoping that nothing bad happens. And then I'm going to send you as far as possible, or at least as far as I care to send you, into Formosan territory, and we'll see how that works out. Perhaps even as far as Salzburg, if I really want to. But to be honest, the AI doesn't seem to have the best road building policy, unless there's a road right here. Because it doesn't seem to me that they really try to connect their cities as much as maybe they should. Yeah, we're going down here. Okay. So warning, we're low on funds, and then this turn it'll sell something. Yep, it sold. Yeah. I don't like that feature. Not that it sells something, but rather because it should sell something. But actually, the feature that I don't like is that it sells something before you actually go into the negative, rather than when you go into the negative, which I think would be more logical. At least from a min-maxing perspective, because I really like to min-max sometimes. But what have we actually sold? Barracks 2 in Auckland. Okay, that's okay for now. But we should eventually focus on getting better barracks. Okay, so come on. I want to select the unit. Nope. It's not letting me. Okay, there we go. And we'll see how far you can go in this direction. Oh, you okay? Good. We'll send you down there. Hopefully, no one intercepts our traders. Ilbing is now going for a caravan. Marienburg is now going for a caravan, which means I should probably look at both those cities. Let's take a look at Marienburg. Production caravan. Follow that up with I guess a university, and we'll have another caravan after that. Wait, no. Oh no. Okay, good. We want a caravan. Then we want a university. Then we want another caravan. The reason for that, of course, is that we'll need that stuff. We definitely will. Okay. Why are they in my territory? Okay, that's fine. I don't care. You're okay to go in my territory. You are okay. I didn't expect you to go into my territory. I'm not sure if I am 100% in favor of you going into my territory, but it's okay. Because we have a treaty, and that's what it's all about. Okay, let's get that caravan up. Going to sell some more barracks pretty soon. We'll see how much we enjoy that. Okay. Turn done. What are you doing, lad? Okay, fair enough. Okay. Marienburg. Okay, fine. It's finished building a caravan. New Plymouth. We need to handle this, New Plymouth. Production. Another caravan. Let's get a stock exchange as well. No, not change. Oops. Maybe I'm getting a bit fiddly today. Pressing the wrong button. But that's fine. I don't think we lose production, so that's fine. Add to work list. And then we can decide what to build once we're done getting that caravan. And Dirschau is building university from the work list. Okay. And Marienburg is building a bunch of different things. New Plymouth. Okay. Dirschau is also finished building a caravan. Oh wait. No, I don't want to write something in the chat log. Production. Okay, that's fine. You're fine doing that. Okay, New Plymouth. You know what? Maybe we can go north. This is just a thought, but maybe we can hook around to the north and see if that gets us a good trade route. Because right now I've got a lot of allies marching through in that region. So maybe, just maybe, moving north is the way to go. Yeah, this path. Okay, yeah, this isn't the safest path, but we're taking it. Meanwhile, Deershao, I'm going to have you go across over here, and we'll see how far we'll send you. Turn done. Okay, New Plymouth is building. Okay, fine. Austrians have stopped building the Great Wall. Next turn, we're going to drop something. Government tax rates. We're at 60% on science. Net income would be lower if we actually lowered tax. What if we did this? Net income is better, but consequentially we have a lower science research rate. However, we already have some of the best science research in the world. But that being said, I'd much prefer to keep things as they are, and I'll just sell buildings instead, for the sake of keeping that science research up, because it's vitally important to keep a strategic advantage over our opponents. Conscription has been discovered. We can now have Riflemen. This means that Riflemen. Ooh, nice picture. Man, those are some nice hats. And we are now going for tactics, which is of course our goal here. Eventually we might go for something else though, just to balance out the research tree, but we are heavily focusing military techs, which we can, since we have a much better science research rate anyway, so it doesn't diminish our advantage to research that first as it would something else. Okay, what did we actually sell? The Prussians have finished building King Richard's Crusade. Okay, Tapio is now building a bank. Can't afford aqueduct in Elbing. Okay, fine. That's fine. We can deal with that. Elbing, you're going to have to deal with it. I'm sorry. Konitz production. Konitz is actually a pretty good city to have all this stuff happen to, simply because is that, yeah, that's a great lighthouse. If we ever want to have a navy, that'd be good. We're just going to go through all the regular buildings, and then once we reach a point where we could have wonders, I'm going to start building the wonders that I am not generally keen on building in my main city over here, because or maybe I can start pushing out a navy. Otherwise, the city isn't really going to be doing too much. Tapio, we actually need to look at our production. Bank. Okay, we're getting a bank, and we're getting it pretty soon. And apparently the Riflemen have replaced a previous unit. Okay, so now we have to decide. Okay, this is good for unhappiness by military units. This is good if you want to switch your government. This is good if you've built temples and you want unhappiness and you want to get rid of unhappiness. This is good for defensive purposes. If we ever want to switch to democracy, which currently I'm not too intent on, this might actually be pretty good. This is good if you want to keep your options open, but if you plan on not switching, then this is not very good. I guess the best thing to do is to go with the cheapest one. Of course, this one also has pretty good benefits. But as far as I know, I haven't had too many happiness problems this game. So it's not like there's a huge problem. But it's good to go with the cheap wonder for the moment, at least. Go Temple of Artemis. And then if that doesn't pan out, we can switch to something else. Okay. But now we have a -2. And that's probably because King Richard's Crusade went into effect. Now all we have to do is get some good trade routes up, and we will pretty soon... yeah, I want you to get out of there, okay? Get out. You can't just... Oh yeah, you can't. Holy cannoli, they're right there. Yep. We're going to have to get some evasive maneuvers. Apparently Malawi pushed back, and now we're at risk at losing... Well, there is a chariot here, which is going to block them, but I might as well just establish a trade route right here, just for the purpose of shoring ourselves up. Tapia work list is... Okay, fine, that's fine. And turn done. I think that's a good place to end the turn. So it's good to be able to use these trade routes. I'm going to do the same thing I did previously, and that is, of course, to curl around in the south and see if I can go for that long-distance trade route. Meanwhile, my other one is going to hopefully at least balance what we have, and that is going to be very useful. Okay, Musketeers was upgraded for free to Riflemen. So that's actually what we're looking for. Let's actually take a look at what the Riflemen's stats are. I don't think I looked at that yet, but I don't think the Rifleman has too many good offensive stats, but the Rifleman is not the shock unit, is what I'm trying to say. As we can see, hit points 20, attack 5, which is actually pretty good compared to some other units that are out there. Defense 4, but firepower 1. Firepower 1. Dragoons. Firepower 1. What is firepower? I know what attack and defense is, but I don't know what firepower is. Of course, let's take a look at, let's say, a commonly used unit by our enemies, the Phalanx. Firepower 1. What does firepower do? That's what I'm asking. Any of you devs or veteran players that are out there. I don't know what firepower does. I don't know. That's simply the plain truth. That's how it is. And it's good to see that we are getting those musketeers upgraded without having to pay any money. So I think our money build is finally coming to fruition. Hopefully that was the last building we'll have to sell. We have pretty good production, so we can always just... New Plymouth to... Okay. You know what? Sure. And Elbing is also going to get a trade route. Maybe I should put a trade route to Konitz. That might be good. Maybe. That is something to consider. But for now, I'm just going to try to move to the other side here. I'm going to put one to Porto. just to not go as far as some of the others. I'm going to compare how much income I'm getting, and that's going to tell me how efficient my trade routes are. Okay, Caravan from the Plymouth arrived, carrying goods. New trade route established from the Plymouth to... Okay. Actually, is there a calculation I can make to how efficient trade would be? Units. Does it tell me on the Caravan page? Okay, belongs to merchant class. Subject to zones of control, can be airlifted, can establish trade routes, can be captured, never imposes a zone of control on our military unit. Okay, target can be max one time. Okay, that's fine. Can be action, help build wonder, can recycle units. Okay, those are all the actions it can do. Caravan carries goods. Caravans cannot take advantage of maglevs. Caravan sent to a foreign city can establish a trade route. The route's ongoing revenue is doubled if the two cities involved are on different continents. Each city can support a maximum of 2 trade routes. A caravan sent to one of your cities that is building a wonder can add 50 shields towards its production. If your city is not building a wonder, the caravan can take no special action. Tip: you can stockpile a stack of caravans in advance and bring them all to a city where you have started to build a wonder and finish it in only 1 turn. Okay, that doesn't actually tell me what the calculation is for the effectiveness of caravan. Nations, copying goods, cities. That's not what I'm looking for. Wonders, units, combat, zones of control, government, civil war, policies, diplomacy, tech, space race. Overview, strategy and tactics, terrain, resources, economy, trade. Okay, that's what I'm probably looking for. Okay. Okay. Okay, ongoing trade route. Yeah. I'd love to know what the calculation is. That's essentially what I want. The calculation. Show me the calc. The calculus. The knowledge. Ooh, the Swiss are there. That's not good. Hopefully I don't encounter the Swiss when I'm going to Austria. But we'll see how that works out. Okay, turn done. And I think this will be the last turn that I play this time around anyway. Okay, everything is going. New Plymouth has finished building a caravan, apparently. Stock exchange from the New Plymouth work list. And let's get a cannon. Wait, no, not a cannon. We need those barracks back. That's what we need. And then we can build a cannon. That's how it is. So actually, riflemen are just as good as dragoons. Except they're better defensively, and they cost the same, but dragoons can move faster. I think I'm going to stick with dragoons for the most part, and if I want heavier hitters, I can just use cannons, because the enemy can take a couple turns to take. The enemy takes a couple turns to get to my towns, and then I can just use the initiative to win the fight, which is pretty good. So this one I'm going to send south, hopefully along a safe path. It should be safe. Come on. There you go. It takes a while to load the path, but okay. Marienburg production caravan. Okay, you're building a second caravan, but what if I were to add to work list that first, Actually, no. Never mind. Let's just get the caravan. Get the caravan, and then let's get another building, the amphitheater, and then after that we can perhaps get a university. Well, no, we're already getting a university, so it's not that important. But we are making gains, not vegan gains. Although it's got to be said that that's not necessarily the best kinds of gains you can make in the context of YouTube channels, if you know what I mean. If you get what I'm spouting. So I'm actually going to put one to Buckluan, and we'll see how that pans out. Tapio has finished building the bank and is now getting the Temple of Artemis on the go, which means that let's actually take a look. Do we actually have... we have luxury income here, so it is profitable to get a stock exchange up. That is a profitable choice to make. And Prussians have started building the Temple of Artemis, and it will be done eventually. And I think that's that, and as many trade routes as I've currently got queued is all that it will be for trading with trade routes, for now anyway, until I perhaps get income problems, in which case I can start building a couple here and then send them over somewhere else in hopes that that counts as a different continent. I don't know if it does, because it's not connected. That is why I would assume that it does, but of course, as people who have played Civ 6 know, that in continents may be a little bit fiddlier than that. I don't actually know how continents are determined in Freeciv, whether they're determined by contiguity, in which case most of a map is technically one continent, or perhaps instead in a large patch of a map is a continent, like it is in Civ 6, I believe. I believe that's how it works. I don't actually know how it works in Civ 6. I don't know what the computers do in the math. I haven't actually played Civ 6, but I've seen other people play it, so I don't know how that works. But that is all I have to say about that. Hopefully the video is coming out clean and is going very well. But it's time for me to stop now. And I'm going to save the game, and that will be it for me. Thank you all for watching. I've been Anavultus, and I will be seeing you all next time. Over and out.